Hi, me Dan. This Tom. We play games. Yes, us. Fishies.
Natsuki and Yuri will walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrap tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand.
Okay! Are you ready?
Are you ready?
Ta-da!
Whoa.
Natsuki lifts the foil off to reveal a dozen white fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears.
So cute. I keep forgetting.
What is the tilde supposed to mean?
It's just like, woo. It's like a, wobble, I guess, on the sound of this word at the end, right? Or it's just like a thing they do to make shit look cute when they're like, wow.
Okay.
In manga and shit. I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki.
Well, you know.
That was it, yeah. Sorry.
Death, hurry, and take one. It's hard to do a girl voice and a lisp at the same time.
Yeah. You can pick one if you need
Death, hurry, and take one.
Or you can flop, it doesn't matter.
Sayori grabs the one first, then Monica. I follow.
It's delicious.
Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face.
You know what I say about a girl with icing on her face? She needs a napkin.
I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite?
Nah.
I finally bite down.
Fucking riveting.
The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. There's nothing technically wrong with what they're saying, but like,
It's just the way it's being said.
it's almost like
You can tell it's translated,
they're
right?
like, they're kind of like, what's the word, like begging the question or like egging it on or like.
What do you mean?
Like, you could take these out of context and they could totally be the most sexual thing ever.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I wonder if her icing's delicious. Like,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, no, that's what I was saying, like, as far as that is part of, like, I told him at one point that the anime tolerance needed for this one is very low, because it's like, there's a lot of stuff in this style of game that comes from Japan, basically, that is just kind of par for the course that we are not used to. And that's part of it.
This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki.
He says positively about Doki Doki Literature Club.
Why are you thanking me? It's not like I
Made them?
haven't I heard this somewhere before? Didn't she make them?
Yes, but what they're referencing right now is that it's not like I like you or anything, which is like a typical, it's like a meme thing at this point. Tsundere is a thing, I don't think I'm saying that right, is a thing in Japanese where it's like, I don't like you at all, but then totally does something that betrays that they like the person. It's like I don't want to admit, it's like that type of person. So that's her, basically. And they're referencing that it's a meme and she almost completed the meme. It's not like I...
Yeah, it's going way over my head, I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's...
Made them for you or anything. And I thought you technically did, Sayori said. Well, maybe. But not for you know, you dummy. I'm still like confused by the social dynamics here. Like, the premise is that she likes me, right?
Oh, well, probably.
And then she's trying to play it off like she does.
Yes, because that's like the type of Usually in these dating novels, there's like a representation of different personalities or like the standard tropes in.
Okay, we gotta find the slut though.
Yeah.
Like there's gonna be a super like secretly horny, but it's the fucking Yuri girl.
That would be the yandere one, yes.
All right.
You're getting that.
Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation.
You sidebar no anime. I'm proud of you.
Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of me, in front of each of us, before setting down the teacup next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom?
No.
Fuck you.
Don't worry, the teacher gave us permission.
To have tea? Like, is tea
After
like...
all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book?
Yeah, it does. I guess. Our fucking birds over here.
Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you.
Oh, how many
not...
girl voices do you have? One is the answer.
I forgot. I have, yeah.
Insulted, Yuri looks away.
Boy voices and then one girl voice. I mean that, you know.
I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. You know, for a long time I didn't like tea, but now I do.
You do?
Yeah.
Do you like drink it instead of coffee, or is like an alternative, like in a night thing?
I drink it instead of coffee now.
Cool. I'm glad.
Yuri faintly smiles.
I'm glad you
to
drink tea
herself.
instead of coffee
Really.
now, Dan. It's probably.
I'm
much
having a
healthier
really
for
hard
you.
time like following what everyone's saying.
I know.
There's like a lot of subtle hints happening here, and like we're reading one thing every like 40 seconds.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, what were we talking about? Can I go back?
Yeah, actually, if you press history, you can see everything that's. It's like a transcript.
Oh, well, I'm not doing that.
That requires more reading.
Yeah, no, fuck that. Monica raises an eyebrow and then smiles at me.
So what made you consider the literature club?
You don't want to know. I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so...
That's okay. Don't be embarrassed.
Too late.
We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone.
Monica, I'm surprised. How come you didn't start your own club?
How come she decided to start her own club? That's the opposite of what she said to me.
How come your own club you did? How come you decided to start your own club?
How come does decided club starting?
You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year?
Well, you know. To be honest, I can't stand all of the politics around the major clubs.
Is this a minor club?
Yes, they just started it. There's like 4
Everybody's
members
a minor.
including you. Or plus you. It helps like nothing but... It feels like nothing but arguments about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. We're getting you into literature, Dan. Oh, that's awesome. Monica really is a great leader.
Yuri also nods in agreement.
And thankfully doesn't speak.
Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in this club yet. It must be hard to start a new club.
You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature.
Yeah, that's for sure.
You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah. We'll do our best. Hey, I did.
You know it!
I did all 3 in succession. Woo!
Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these 3. Maybe that's why they were all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. What, you don't like my radio voice?
I like it.
Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature.
So, Dan, what kind of things do you like to read?
I can't talk about it. Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga. Why are you laughing?
Because, like, you looked up like you knew she wasn't gonna fucking... You're like... If I have to give an answer...
I mutter quietly to myself, half jokingly. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet.
Not much of a reader, I guess.
Nope.
I was almost Monica there for a second.
Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking. Oh my god, she's sad. Anyway, what about you, Yuri?
Well, let's see.
Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. Yeah. Yeah.
There's only one blatant thing like that. The rest is like this, yes. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds.
Same, dude.
The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive.
Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in. But it's obvious, by the way, her eyes light up, that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people.
But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately.
Yeah, I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped something I can relate to at a minimal level.
You and I actually talking to anybody?
At this rate.
I heard words and things I kind of know. Woo.
You'll pick up one word. Okay, I can say something about that one word. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock.
I forgot that was the line, too. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you.
I keep seeing these polka dots, and I think they all have polka dot dresses on.
I guess you could say that. I had to remember what her voice was. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment.
Oh, look, I hate horror.
Oh, why's that?
Well, like just
I can't say horror without saying horror.
Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second.
never mind.
That's right, you usually like to read about cute things, don't you, Natsuki?
What? What gives you that idea?
You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called...
Don't say it out loud. And give me a beer.
Fine.
Oh, is you? Sorry.
Your
Sorry.
cupcakes, your poems. You're okay. Everything you do is just as cute as you are. Ha ha ha.
What's wrong with being cute? She looks so disturbed by it.
Because I think the idea is because she's like the tsundere one, she's not in touch with her feelings, she doesn't like to admit she likes people, she's very closed off and angry and keeps people at an arm's distance because of that. That's generally the idea that they let her reveal in tsundere stories, is like there's something that's caused her to be that way.
You keep saying the sundry word, I don't know what you mean.
It's like like I said before, it's like a type of romantic interest usually in Japanese stories. Like in this type of thing.
I've seen this, it's like a trope almost. I've seen this before.
That's what I'm saying. It's like that, and then there's like the
things.
yandere one who's like, is Yuri and like loves you obsessively and stuff, and like, it's always, I don't know. And then there's like, the nice one is Sayori, and Monika's, I don't know.
Sayori sidles up behind
It's
Natsuki
Monica.
and puts her hands on her shoulder.
Sure.
I'm not cute.
Natsuki, you write your
Critter
own
less
poems.
surprise. I'm not cute at all.
The math is returned.
Hey, well, I guess I do it sometimes. Why do you care?
I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime?
You should join a literature club.
Natsuki averts her eyes.
You wouldn't like them.
Not a very confident writer, are you?
I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself.
Yeah?
You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have a writing experience too, Yuri? How do you not know this? It's a literature club. Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help... I hope that doesn't ruin shit. And help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I'll wait until we, start a new recording for chunking to check that. I guess that's it.
I guess it's the same for Yuri.
I wanted to read everyone's poems.
We all sit in silence for a moment.
Nope, sorry. Okay.
This reminds me of a stance a Pokemon would have when
Yeah.
you first get into a Poke battle.
It's like a
Ready to
Picasso
battle.
painting meant to show every angle possible of a subject. But the Japanese sexual way of that.
I gotcha.
Yeah. I have an idea, everyone.
Does this mean they're trying to be cute?
Yeah. Or it's just a thing they do to make shit look cute when they're like, wow.
Okay.
Basically.
Okay. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monica.
Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then, next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it. Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Wait a second. Cut that out. Okay.
Nah, leave it. It's fine.
Okay. Fine. Isn't that right, Dan?
No. Yeah. Monica smiles warmly.
No,
at
yeah.
me. Once.
No, yeah.
I'm good.
Yeah.
Hold on. There's still one problem.
Hey, what's that?
And now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club.
Not what Dan was expecting.
Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought.
They're all sad.
All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes.
But... I'm sorry, I thought... That's you.
Humph.
Done.
You all... I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club.
I'll join the namesake of the game, I guess.
One by one, the girls' eyes light up.
Yes, I'm so happy. And
Sarah
go.
wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey.
You really did scare me for a moment.
If you really come for the cupcake... If you really does come for the cupcake, I'd be super pissed.
I like the Daffy Duck spin on it, honestly. It makes it better. Then we make it, then that makes it official. Welcome to the Literature Club. Welcome to the Literature Club, Dan.
Thanks, I guess.
Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment? Calm down. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share.
Monica looks over at me once more.
Dan, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself.
Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food.
Hey, Dan. Since we're already here, do you want to walk home together?
That's right, Sayori and I never walk home together anymore because she's always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well.
Yeah! Yay. She looks so happy. I had to give
With
her
that,
a
the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the 4 girls. Sayori, Netsuki, Yuri, and of course Monica. Will I really be spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls.
You might not be surprised to learn that
All
the
right.
way this is coded is by staging appearances and lines one in a time. Like,
I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight.
夢のファンタジアドキドキ音符